is only war.
What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. We are going over Chaos Space Marines today. I know I'm a couple days late. I apologize. There's a lot going on with the channel and life and all that fun stuff, but I'm so excited for 10th edition. Hopefully you guys are too. It's basically just a revamp of all the rules. This is the army that we've been playing for the past since January. The new edition with Arcs of Omen, I was going straight Chaos Space Marines. We've been running Black Legion, doing very, very well with them. We actually have a Black Legion battle report coming up on Friday. And then there's a Black Legion GT video that I'm about to record later today. We came in third, but we are ranked number 2nd in the world for Chaos Space Marines, just to kind of let you know what we are as a channel for the Dirtbags. So let's go Dirtbag Nation. There's a Colin, he's number 1. He kind of took first spot from me, so we got to get back. And then there's another guy in there who's playing all of World Eaters, which I don't understand why it's under Chaos Space Marines. Who the fuck knows? But we're going to go over the video on what you guys have already seen before, kind of my insights, what I'm excited about, what I'm going to, kind of plan to do and build, so that way you got to know what to prepare for in 10th edition. And I'm going to make a whole video of like what to prepare for specifically for 10th edition for whatever army that you're trying to do. So let's get into it. Again, some of these rules you guys are going to already know, but you're probably going to know a little bit more than me, especially with the devastating rules or the devastating attacks and all that crazy shit. But let's get into it. So, Chaos Space Marines. Fucking love the art. It's super sick. Abaddon, he is the beast, especially with his new rules coming out. So let's go over Dark Pacts. You guys already know with Dark Pacts, if the army faction is Heretic Astartes, each time a unit from your ability is selected to shoot or fight, it can make a Dark Pact. If it does, select one of the following. Now, this is every time it shoots or fight, which is so baller. You basically get to choose when you want to do it, which you're going to do it almost every single fucking time, and in the fight phase as well. So basically every single phase you're able to do it. Lethal hits and sustain attacks. So being able to get auto wounding on 6s, especially with all the bolters, or exploding 6s. So they were supposed to take away rerolls from the game in 10th edition, but they basically just keep fucking adding it into every single army. With Abaddon giving everybody free, full rerolls within 6 inches, this is going to be huge. Being able to have every single unit around you being able to get one of these two. So if you're going against armor, you're just auto wounding and making them roll their saves. Or if you're going against, a bunch of infantry, you're getting exploding 6s just everywhere. So this is very, very good. I love this. And obviously with the Dark Pact, if you fail your test, you suffer D3 mortal wounds. So shit's going to die. It's the point of the game. But just being able to take D3 mortals, that's not bad. Like it's a good counter to just not do this and get nothing back for it, because we are chaos. So you have to get some give, some take, and that's the take, is you have to take some mortal wounds. Now this could be good, because then if we can still bring shit back, which who the fuck knows if we're going to be able to bring stuff back or not, but if you can bring stuff back, this might actually help you out, because if you have one guy that you really need to die, which in some games there's nobody dead, so you want somebody to die, and if they don't die, you can't bring anybody back. So one of the powers that your dude's not really rezzing anybody, he's not really getting the full benefit of that power. So that's not bad. Plus, I think Abaddon lets you reroll the command checks if you pick that one, so if you can reroll all of your Dark Pact abilities. Now, this is the unit spotlight, the Legionnaires, obviously, because it is the core unit of the army. But let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. Oh, really, really big. Okay. So with the Legionnaires, that didn't really zoom in, did it? Okay, there we go. So with the Legionnaires, I have 12 units of them. So I was running Alpha Legion for a little bit, and I was running 12 units of 5 Legionnaires all kitted out, like WYSIWYG, ready to go. So having them just being able to hopefully bring everything for free. But I read in one of the comments on one of the videos on YouTube, somebody said they can't bring a last cannon anymore. So that was the one thing that they can't bring compared to all the other ones. But somebody said, like, last cannon, hold my beer. Because you can bring everything besides the last cannon for the units. But they changed that they actually have a cursed weapons now. And the cursed weapons went down instead of AP 3. I think everything across the board is going down at least 1 AP. But a cursed weapon is down to 2 AP instead of 3 AP. It's strength 5, so that stayed the same. weapon skill 3, and then 4 attacks. So just having 4 attacks base with the accursed weapon, that's only going to be on your champion. So the champion can have a cursed weapon, chainsword, or heavy weapon, which we don't know still if you're able to hit with 2 attacks. Like if he has 1 heavy weapon, like let's say he brings a heavy weapon instead of a bolt pistol, and then he brings a cursed weapon instead of a bolt gun. So don't know yet, but you can bring a plasma pistol, cursed weapon, 2 cursed weapon, which maybe get an extra attack. Who the fuck knows? But maximum 1 per model. This weapon profile can be, yeah, so it doesn't really say anything. Okay, so cursed weapon, that's pretty cool. You can bring them on the Legionnaires. Now we did lose Demon Blade though. The Demon Blade is no longer, which was the Mortal Wounds. So that sucks. Everything else kind of stays. So heavy weapon, weapon skill 3. So strength 8, that's pretty cool. It's like the chain axe, but it's -2 AP, so it's -2 instead of -4. And then 2 damage. So being able to have a heavy weapon on the champion isn't a bad idea. Strength 8. Everything else is close combat weapons, which is AP 0. And then, yeah, 3 attacks. So you are losing 1 attack for the heavy weapon instead of getting 4 attacks with strength 5, AP 2, 1 damage. Then we have the Reaper Chain Cannon, which is heavy. I believe if you stay still, you get +1 to hit. So he's hitting on BS4s, which goes down to 3s if you stay still. That kind of sucks. What else did they... Oh, this thing right here. So heavy Havoc autocannons. I have 5 autocannon dudes just kind of chilling over there, and they're not really doing anything, but now we can use them. So they're 3 damage, hitting on 3s, if not 2s, autocannons on your Legionnaires. So I used to bring last cannons just because like the far range, shooting 1 shot, Black Legion hitting on 2s. But now you can bring autocannons, which is 48 inches, 2 attacks, hitting on 2s if they don't move. Strike 9, -1, 3 damage. That is awesome. So Torrent ignores cover, so I think all the flamers in the game is going to be ignoring cover, which is pretty cool. And if you bring the Balefire Tome, 18-inch range, 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength 5, AP 1, 1 damage. So if we can just have everybody have a Balefire Tome, that might be the new norm. Putting psychic, extra shots in every single unit. Who knows how much it's going to be? But Veterans of Long War, each time this model unit targets an enemy with a melee attack, reroll the wound roll of 1. If the enemy unit is range of objective marker, reroll all wounds. Holy shit. So you can either have these guys just shoot from afar, but if you want to have like all Coen and kind of charging, get out of rhinos, get out of land raiders, whatever, drop pods, whatever it may be, they're going to be able to reroll all wounds if they're on objective markers, which if we have the Long War, that's going to be huge to just be like, all right, here's my Legionnaires. They're all OPSEC, 2. They're just going to kind of charge and just nuke whatever the fuck's on the objectives and just take it over. Each time bearer makes a leadership test with Dark Pack, reroll the test. So that it's not an Abaddon thing; it's these guys' thing. So you're almost always going to be able to reroll the wounds, and then you get to do exploding 6s or auto wound. So if you actually have a ton of just regular what are they, close combat weapons or Astartes chain swords, basically all of them just have Astartes chain swords, auto wounding on 6s, full rerolls if you have the Abaddon near them, and then full rerolls to wound. Actually, you might probably just do exploding 6s. Yeah, so basically all exploding 6s, and then all rerolls to wounds. So all rerolls to hit with Abaddon, all exploding 6s, and then full rerolls to wound. So that's gonna be lit. And that's about it for them. So maybe a bunch of units of 5, a couple units of 10. Like being able to reroll the Dark Pact ability is not going to be a huge benefit if you're going to run like a 10-man compared to 2 5-mans, because being able to roll over a 6 with 2 chances is not going to be that hard, hopefully. And that's what I say now, right? So maximum 1 per model. What I did notice though is you can't have duplicates are not allowed. So I did notice that, where you can't have, 2 last cannon, 2 plasma kit, 2 Reaper Chain Cannon. So you have to go 1-1. For every 5 models in unit, 1 Legionnaire bolt cannon can place one of the following. Duplicates are not allowed. So does that mean like if you have a 10-man, you can't bring duplicates? Somebody let me know in the comments below with that one. Okay, Abaddon the spoiler. So he's leadership 5, which is cool. So he's basically like almost always going to pass his leadership. OBSEC 4. Wounds 9 stays the same, 2+ save, 5+ softness. So he did lose the toughness. Who knows if he's going to have, because does he still have all the keywords? Yeah, so he still has all the keywords. So we don't know what the keywords are going to be representing. Is he -1 to wound with Nurgle? Is he going to be able to fight first? Does he ignore the first failed save again? Is he going to have +1 strength and +1 attack with Khorne? Like, we have no idea what he's going to have with all these abilities down here. But he did get easier to kill, but harder to kill because he is going to be run in a unit now. So if you have him in a unit of Terminators, who knows if like the whole unit's going to be toughness 5. Maybe it takes the leadership toughness. So having a whole automatic toughness 5. I think the Terminators are toughness 5 now, right? I think with the Space Marines, the toughness were 5 on the Terminators. So hopefully Grey Knights and everybody basically gets toughness 5 Terminators. So he's basically the same toughness as a Terminator, which doesn't really make sense. He should be fucking toughness 6 or toughness 8, I think. But I do have to say, I have been running Abaddon in my Black Legion list ever since I've been running Black Legion. He just buffs everybody like super hard. He gives 1 unit full rerolls to hit and wound. Now he's going to be able to give everybody within 6 inches full rerolls to hit. And if you're bringing the Legionnaires are going to get full rerolls to wound anyway on the objective. So that's going to be a huge combat melee, just kill everything. But also Veterans of Long War. Who else is going to get Veterans of Long War? Are the bikes going to get Veterans of Long War? Because that's going to be awesome. That's only for melee attacks, so it's not going to be able to do range attacks. So bikes aren't going to be huge in the melee. Maybe they might. I don't use mine for melee. I use mine strictly to shoot the shit out of everybody. All right, so he's got 2 weapons. He's got the devastating wounds on both of them, so mortal wounds. And then he's got... So full rerolls to hit is going to be insane. He gets that as an aura. So Heretic Astartes, so it works on himself. Each time a model that makes an attack, you reroll the hit roll. Freddy's mounted unit... Or Heretic Astartes mounted unit. I guess those are the new bikes. Infantry or mounted unit is within 6 inches of this model, has a 4 invuln save. So if you're going, if he's behind a wall and you have people outside of the wall, you can choose this one instead. But again, it's like, why would you choose that when you're just going to be rerolling all hits anyway? Yeah, maybe with Overwatch as well, because I think Overwatch changed. But last one is going to be you get to reroll the leadership and battle shock test taken for that unit. Yeah, so reroll battle shock tests, which are going to be good, and then reroll leadership, which is going to be good. So maybe later in the game when you really want people to stay around and you have that 1 unit on the objective that maybe you don't want to leave, and he's not really going to do a lot of shooting anymore, you're going to be putting this aura up. If they're in the open, you might be putting the 4 up invuln save aura up. So I think these 2 are going to be used very defensively. And then obviously the top one's going to be used most of the time, which is going to be the offensive one. So this is also cool. Each time a model makes a Dark Pact, does not fail the resulting leadership tests, roll a d6 on a 2+, you gain 1 CP. So somebody was saying where you have to like be able to do the Dark Pact. So with the Dark Pacts, if your army is faction, each time a unit with this ability is selected to shoot or fight, you can roll a Dark Pact. So the question is your organizer going to be able to say, you can target your model to shoot, but if he has nothing to shoot, can he actually shoot? Same thing with distances. So let's say he's 48 inches away from a unit, but he only shoots 24 inches. I'm going to target that unit, but I can't be within range. Because it says, each time a unit with this ability is selected to shoot or fight, it can make a Dark Pact. So I'm going to select it to shoot, roll a Dark Pact. I measure my distance. I'm at a range. It doesn't go off, but my Dark Pact did go off. See what I'm saying? Like, what is going to be the phasing, the wording, all that stuff to actually have this go off? Because if it doesn't go off, then that's not going to be as beneficial turn 1, maybe turn 2 as well. Because turn 1, he's going to be hiding, not really shooting at anything. Most of the time, the opponent's going to be hiding as well, so you're not really going to be able to get that off. So that is going to be a question when the codex comes out is he going to be able to do Dark Pact every single time? Let me know in the comments below what you think. I think it's going to be no. I think he has to be able to be an eligible target to shoot at something. But in your command phase, so your command phase, not a command phase, I think it would be cool if it was a command phase. Then you're like, all right, in a command phase, I can choose a 4-up invuln save. And then in my command phase, I can change it to something else. Too broken? Maybe. 4-up invuln save. So yeah, boss leader. I don't know if his points are going down or staying the same. He's got 24-inch, 4 attacks, sustain hits 1. BS2, strength 5. Yeah, so everything else stays the same. That's basically like an assault weapon. Sustain hits. Yeah, so pretty cool. 14 attacks on the sweep, only 1 damage. And then he kept his AP 4 weapon. So a lot of APs went down. His did not. And strength 14. So it's still going to be a tank killer. You're going to kind of charge that unit in with Terminators. He's going to be able to just nuke the tank. And then the Terminators are able to like kind of kill everything else that they touch. So AP3 just flat 3 damage, strength or 8 attacks, like that is everything stay the same. So he's still very, very good to play. One of my favorite units in the game is the Helldrakes. I use actually hold on. Let me get you my Helldrake for you. All right, so this is my Helldrake. We're using the Warhammer model, the Vampire Lord dudes, I forget what they're called, but this is the Helldrake, and I did the wingspan. Like the tip to tip is the same length as a regular Helldrake, and the height with this base is the same height as a Helldrake on its base. So it doesn't have the flyer stand; it's literally just kind of poached on a ruin. And this is the Night Lord's color, so I got like green. You can't really see, but I got like green underneath. I might do some like flame effect coming out. We got the blood red, the bone, and then the blue for the skin. So. This is my Helldrake. I've been waiting to run this thing for fucking ever. I have 2 of them, and they're the Night Lord's theme, so super excited for that. Now that they ignore cover, that's going to be cool. So D6 plus 3 attacks. So minimum 4, max 9. So 4 to 9. It did go down 1 AP. I think it was AP2, 2 damage. Strength 6 stayed the same. And the turret. So with the turret, profile known as turret weapons, each time attack is made with this weapon, the attack automatically hits. So it automatically hits and ignores cover. So the ignore cover, I think, is going to be the same as like the AP2, because when it was AP2, they usually had cover anyway, so it went down to AP1. So it's the same, but it's going to kill a lot of people that don't get the cover save. So I guess Space Marines, they could only have a 3-up save, so they're basically going to have a 4-up save because it ignores cover. So this is going to be a Terminator or a Marine killer weapon. Now we just need to figure out, are flyers the same? Are they going to be able to start on the table? Do they have to kind of come in with the deep strike 9-inch thing? Like that was really dumb. So I'm super excited to test this guy out. Hopefully it's not as bad as it is right now, and we'll see kind of how it is. But I like it. 12-inch range, so it is pretty short. You have to kind of be in range. I think it was 18, but now it's really short. So D6 plus 3. Hopefully it can do some damage in combat as well. It should be able to, right? Obliterators. A lot of people talking about Obliterators. They are, I think they're cool, right? So they come down, deep strike, within 6 inches of Abaddon, full rerolls to hit. They do the Dark Pact, so they either have exploding 6s or auto wounds. So exploding 6s or auto wounds. But they're fucking auto 6 damage. Like, they come down within 12 inches, melted 2, so they'll auto 6 damage on all their fucking weapons. No more D6 plus 2, it's just auto 4 plus 2 if you're within 12. 6 damage fucking meltaguns. Yes, please. Minus 3 AP, strength 12, 3-up save. Nuts. Maybe there's a strat to remain stationary, so that way when they come down deep strike, you spend a strat to remain stationary. So then that way you hit on 2s, full rerolls, exploding 6s. Holy shit, these guys are going to be insane. Then you have like the explosion marine killer one with the 2 damage. So D6 shots, so it's 3 D6 shots. Blast weapons, so if they're units of, I don't know if it's 6 or 11, if they get +1 or +2. So the blast weapon is going to be awesome. A lot of units, I think, now are going to have the 5-man units plus the character, so that puts you at 6, which then gets you the blast profile. So maybe blast weapons are going to be a lot bigger and better now, because even units of 10 getting that character in it, that unit, that's 11-man unit, so now that's a blast plus 2. So that's D6 plus 1 minimum, right? D6 plus 1 times it by 3, so 3d6 plus 3 blast shots, hitting on 2s if they remain stationary. No, it's not heavy, sorry. Hitting on 3s, full rerolls, exploding 6s, strength 8, wounding on 2s, AP 2 damage. Yes. So that's gonna be cool. Warp Hail, sustain attack 1. See, I don't know what these are yet. I didn't do a deep dive, but sustain hits 1. Does that mean that explodes double? Maybe it explodes double. So you're just doing fucking full rerolls to hit, 3d6 plus 9. 6s do double. That's actually not bad. Strength 5, AP 1 damage. That's killing like characters. If you have a character in front of you, that's killing demon princes. That's doing a lot. Even auto wound. So if you do full rerolls, auto wounding on 6s and sustain hits. So sustain hit. I think sustain hit is auto wound, and then the other one is exploding 6s. Lethal hits. Fuck, dude. I don't know. Leave in the comments so I can try and memorize this shit. But those are 3 profiles. They're going to be tank killers. They're going to come down and just do the tank killing shit, or just killing characters like left and right. This is going to be killing a bunch of people as well. The 2 damage Marines. Even against vehicles, it's going to be killing stuff. Wounding on 5s, maybe not as much. Yeah, but the strength 12, definitely going to be huge. 24-inch range within 12, straight 6 fucking damage. So that is awesome. Dark Obscuration. When the opponent's shooting phase, after the enemy unit has selected as a target, 1 Heretic Astartes unit from your army was selected as a target, or 1 or more attacks from the unit. Until the end of the phase, your unit has a stealth ability. In addition, if the unit is a Nurgle unit, like Abaddon, so Abaddon and the Terminator unit, if your unit is a Nurgle unit, so does he make the unit Nurgle, until the end of the phase, your unit can only be selected as a target of a range attack when, oh my god, this is kind of like the Be'lakor thing, where you can't target them unless you're within 18 inches, which I think is horseshit. That's broken. But 12 inches is even better, because they can't target you unless they're within 12 inches. So if you have your big ass tanky Terminator brick with Abaddon, your opponent's shooting phase, just after an enemy unit is selected as targets. So they select your unit, you then spend this, only 1 CB. You spend this, now they can't be targeted. Now it doesn't say can you select another target, that would be in the core rules. Where if your target is now uneligible, you have to select another target, kind of like Sigil. Sigil with Grey Knights is if you target the Grand Master, it can get away, and then it says the opponent can then select another target. This doesn't say that. So do they just lose out on that fucking thing? Because that's a huge gotcha, and I hate gotchas. So that's like hey, here's my 10-man plus Abaddon unit right in the middle of the fucking table. Shoot them. And then all of a sudden they target them, or they set up the whole army to shoot this fucking unit, and all of a sudden you're just like, nope. What? that is some bullshit. There's going to be a lot of this stuff in the game going into 10th edition, especially when it just comes out, because nobody knows what the fuck's going on. It's like you're playing every army again for the first time. When you go to your first RTT, don't expect anything. Like, don't expect anybody to get anything right. Don't expect anybody to remember everything. Like, the first couple RTTs, I'm just saying this now, go into it just as a friendly, hey, I'm just getting used to the rules, yada yada. You might even go ask your person that runs the events, like, hey, bring it down to $5 an event, or $10 an event, or free events, just because it's you're just out there to get games, really. Like, you're not going to go there and be like, oh yeah, I won 3 games because I knew the most rules out of everybody else. Like, it's not going to be, it's going to be like that for the first probably month or 2. I'm going to try and go as many RTTs and GTs as possible. So I'll definitely be doing a lot of content, especially in 10th edition. But I think with all these little fucking weird ass toes, all these little snippets of all these armies, I just did a sister one on this, but all the little snippets are cool. Like, I love great Games Workshop, like, releasing all these stuff. Ever since I came in 9th edition, they've actually been doing very, very well with kind of giving us hints and clues and letting us know what's coming up instead of waiting for leaks or people to like leak it out on their own. And also updating the rules. This is the first time I played a game where there's they try, like they at least try to keep things balanced and look at the results and stuff like that. So yeah, I enjoyed 9th edition. I came in like right a couple months into 9th edition, played for about 2.5 years now, got ranked 1 for Grey Knights in the world, working my way up for Chaos Space Marines. So I had been enjoying the game, and I will continue to keep playing the game as long as it's not like probably 6th edition, where everything was just like 2 up save, 2 up invul and save with a reroll. Like that was some bullshit. That was like, all right, let's get the fuck out of this game and go play War Machine. But hopefully this helps you guys out. Hopefully you enjoyed, you know, me reviewing my own shit. And let me know in the comments below what you like to see next. There's a lot of ideas coming up, especially going into 10th edition. And also, if you guys are interested, all my Patreons, thank you for supporting me. If you guys are interested in supporting me, head over to the Patreon. There's a Grandmaster title where we actually get to play on TTS live. And also, I can run one of your lists per, like in a battle report, so you guys can see me run it live. And if you're in the competitive scene, there's a competitive dirtbag where you can send me lists, ideas. You know, we talk one-on-one in Discord. You guys can go check that out. And there's objective markers, which you're gonna have to be getting new ones because we have a dotted circle in the center of ours, where I think in 10th edition you're not able to go onto the objective marker. So you might have to update your objective markers, which if you are interested, head over to 3D6 Wargaming. They're partnered up with us, and they actually have all of our stickers available to put on the objective markers, as well as us selling dice for Dirtbag Nation, Dirtbag Dice, as well as some stickers on Discord. So if you guys are interested in that, go hit me up on Discord. Sold a shit ton, which I love it. But yeah, so a lot of stuff's coming out. Appreciate you. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you aren't subscribed, what the fuck you doing? And we'll see you in another video soon.